Good morning. It's Wednesday, July 3rd. I'm Jasmine Anderson. Investigators have forwarded 15 credible reports from sex workers who may have had encounters with the suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday. Suffolk County Sheriff Errol Toulon Jr. told Newsday this week his investigators spoke with about 300 sex workers in Suffolk and Nassau correctional facilities since Rex Heuermann was arrested last year. He says there is a strong possibility that some of the reports forwarded to the Gilgo task force include relevant information.
We feel that these 15 have credible information that we present to the task force. There were valid points on each of the 15 reports that lend us to believe that there is some credibility or some information regarding Mr. Heuermann.
The investigators are planning to interview sex workers in New York City's Rikers Island about Heuermann later this month.
New York City is so close to where he resided. It's very common that New York City sex workers would travel into Nassau County, even into Suffolk County, obviously. So we believe that if there is information to be garnered, my staff will be able to get it. Even if it's not from those sex workers, they can lead us to other individuals who possibly may have had some interaction with him.
Heuermann is charged in the deaths of 6 women. He's due back in court July 30th. For the latest on the Gilgo killings investigation, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. 2 firefighters were injured battling a house fire in Valley Stream. The fire happened here at a home on Garland Lane last night. The volunteers were taken to the hospital with undisclosed injuries. The home was empty. A family is mourning in Islandia after the tragic drowning of a 2-year-old boy. Chosen Johnson Pierre was pulled from a pool by a family member on Sunflower Lane yesterday afternoon. He was found unresponsive by his grandmother. CPR was performed until first responders arrived, but the boy was pronounced dead at the hospital. First in Newsday, a deal to end the Stop and Shop strike in the Hamptons. Unionized meat and seafood workers and Stop and Shop reached a tentative contract agreement last night. It followed a day-long strike at stores in Southampton and East Hampton. Major sticking points in bargaining had been automation and wages for part-time workers. A developer is pitching a new housing plan in Sayville. Reckler Equity Partners submitted a new proposal to the town of Islip for the former Island Hills Golf and Country Club property on Lakeland Avenue. The revised South Bay Village plan calls for less homes than the original 2 proposals that were rejected. The Great Escape is underway across the island on what's expected to be the busiest 4th of July travel period ever. AAA says a record 70.9 million people are expected to hit the road for the holiday, up about 5% from last year. About 6 million are expected to fly, which is also a new record. Most people are driving and gas prices are down. The average on Long Island is $3.51, down 10 cents from a year ago. The Long Island Railroad is running a summer Friday schedule today with extra Montauk-bound trains from Penn Station. Fireworks will light up the sky across the island for the next few nights. There's a fireworks show over Eisenhower Park tonight in East Meadow. See our complete list of fireworks shows on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Cool off for free this holiday weekend. The state has waived entry fees for the rest of the summer at pools. That includes the Jones Beach State Park, West Bathhouse Pool, and Montauk Downs State Park Pool. It's part of an initiative to get kids off devices and outside. Taking sibling rivalry to a whole new level. Sherry Einhorn has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Not smiling.
Super smart with bright futures. Josh Schultzer and Maggie Hua are the top 2 students out of William Floyd High School's 708 graduating seniors in the class of 2024.
I love school. I like learning.
You get to challenge yourself.
They've been friends a long time, have a lot of the same interests, and both say they help motivate each other. Here's a fun fact. Josh and Maggie are siblings of the class of 2022 valedictorian and salutatorian, except they're flip-flopped. Maggie's brother Ian was the valedictorian, and Josh's brother Adam was the salutatorian. And yes, there is some ribbing that goes along with that, but he says all in good fun.
He's number one, but you're number two, so he's got to be right.
How does that go over?
He's like, man.
Josh is heading to Harvard in the fall to study integrative biology and government. Maggie wants to study literature at Carnegie Mellon, but says she plans to keep pursuing her art and her music. She's a violinist.
Being able to evoke some sort of emotion from an audience is something that I think is really, it's powerful.
Josh shared with me the theme of his graduation speech.
Embrace your future, fulfill your dreams, and make sure that above all else, you're keeping in mind the impact you have and that you can change other people's lives.
Both say they're sad to be leaving high school, but excited and nervous for college, determined to make their way in the world. In Mastic Beach, I'm Shari Einhorn for NewsdayTV.
Sherry, thank you. Read more about this friendly sibling rivalry on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. Some kids are taking on a new sport this summer, sailing. Beth Whitehouse has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
We on Long Island live surrounded by water, and one of the best ways to get out on it is to learn to skipper your own boat. Of course, you don't start on a sailboat this big. Here's where you do begin.
Here at Port Jefferson Yacht Club Sailing School, we teach students ages 6 to 17, and we teach them from the ground up. So we learn parts of the boat, we learn basic navigation, we teach water safety. Our students sail two types of boats. We have optimists, which we shorten to call opties. Those are for our younger students ages 6 to 10, and for our students who are 11 to 17, they sail 420s. There's no need to be a member at Port Jefferson Yacht Club to sail with us in the summer.
My son's been learning how to sail since he was about 4 or 5. Yeah. Why? Because you don't need an engine to sail. It's peaceful. It's a good thing to learn.
What is your favorite thing about sailing?
It's just fun to do, like, especially if you have like winds. It's like really fun just to sail.
Each day when students come in, we start in the classroom with them for about half an hour doing a chalk talk, as we call it. They learn that day's skills, and then after that, the instructors bring them out on the water to apply those skills during drills.
Boom, tack, jibe. These young sailors are learning the vocabulary of the high seas. Why do you have to know what the boom is?
So if you're turning, the wind will. So if the wind will push it.
Okay.
And then if you're up, swing it, and then it might hit your head like this, and it'll make a boom sound. That's why it's called boom.
So what is a tack and a jibe?
Tacking and jibing is ways to turn the boat.
Okay. So I just have to be careful not to get hit in the head with the boom when we tack or we jibe.
Yes.
All right, high five. Let's go. For Newsday TV, sailing in Port Jefferson Harbor, I'm Beth Whitehouse.
Beth, I think you're ready to go. You have the best instructor there. Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Checking out your hyper-local Wednesday weather. Partly cloudy and cooler today. Here's a look outside at Atlantic Avenue Beach in Amagansett. Overcast right now, but still a beautiful day out. Enjoy it. Here's your day planner. Partly cloudy today, a mix of highs in the 70s and 80s. Not too bad. Cooler than yesterday, though. Tomorrow, your 4th of July looks mostly cloudy, highs in the 80s. Your futurecast shows some rain chances, so we are going to keep an eye on that. We are tracking that wet weather for you on Friday. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Sun Nation Energy, helping Long Islanders save on their energy bills for over 20 years.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Enjoy the holiday. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great morning.